What's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. We're at this secret parking lot location. Shh, because guess what? The secret is out of the bag, and this cat is definitely out of the bag too. This is it. This is a 2022 GMC Sierra 1500 AT4X. But before we get into this full-size, full off-road capable truck, let's talk about what's going on here. GMC, General Motors Truck Company. They're doing some things in model year 2022 that are really making a lot of people happy. We've already brought to you the Denali Ultimate trim, and if you haven't seen that one, I'll leave the video link at the end of this review. What they decided to do is they decided to double down and bring some off-road goodness on top of already what they bring with the AT4, and that's where the X comes into play. So what you're gonna find is special suspension developed by that company known as Multimatic. It's a spool valve technology suspension that has been seen on vehicles like the Ford GT, Formula One cars, and yes, my very own Camaro ZL1 1LE. But on top of that, they bring some other touches. What I wanna do is I wanna point out what's different with this AT4X, and I also wanna compare it to the sister truck, the Chevrolet Silverado ZR2. So let's go ahead, let's dive in and find out if this AT4X is better than the Silverado ZR2. Let's check it out. Right off the bat, I prefer the GMC style, especially with what they did for model year 2022. We have a fully redesigned headlight housing, full LEDs, daytime running lamps, and turn signals built in very nicely. This little bug here is not included. I'll wipe that off, that's an option. Working your way down, we do have functional air curtains. I like the size, a little bit of gloss black, nothing too obnoxious. And then you'll also notice all the way down the bottom, we also have LED fog lamps. Now, as we come across that massive GMC grille, General Motors Truck Company, that dark red finish, I love the way they did this satin steel look on the grille. We have a forward-facing camera with washers, so think about that. You're going off-roading, you can clean off your forward-facing camera. There's our AT4X. So everything you love about the AT4, the X takes it to an all-new level. Working our way down, I do like the gloss black, believe it or not, but I know that this is gonna get beat to heck as you're off-roading, so something to think about. But you got your bright red tow hooks to pull those lesser trucks out, like the Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro. That's another truck that we can compare to this one. And then of course, underneath, we have full skid plate protection front to back. Now, when we get up onto that massive hood, the hood remains the same, and that's not a bad thing. It's a nice broad hood, got a little bit of a bulge in the center. Coming around the bend, what are we working with? Wheel and tire setup. So you're gonna get these AT4X specific wheels. Love the off-road style to them. Really think they did a great job with making that nice pattern all the way around. You got your GMC badge all blacked out. It's an 18-inch wheel. The one zonk that kind of ruins it a little bit is the tire choice. This is a 32.5-inch tire. I would prefer to see some 35-inch tires on these 18-inch wheels because they look a little small. Overall size, 275 on the width, and a meaty 65 series sidewall. You can see we got the Goodyear Wrangler DuraTrack tires with the shielding protection on the firewall. And then you could also notice all the work that they've done because we got an extra 2-inch lift over your standard AT4. There's your upper control arm, springs, and like I said, we have that Multimatic spool valve damping technology. Now, of course, we're gonna have the obligatory 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8. I love the way they do this side badge with the GMC. A little bit of gloss black. You got your lighting on your mirror cap. And then from the side, you could see how this overall truck looks. A full-size truck. Let me know what you think about the tires. Do they look a little small? Like I said, 32.5. Along the bottom, we do have rock sliders to protect the frame. Nice, massive rock sliders. We got that AT4. You got to do this. Every time you say AT4X, you got to go X. Badging on the door, and I absolutely love this color. It reminds me of wild cherry tint coat that's on my Camaro ZL1 1LE. Now, we do have 360-degree cameras, gloss black only on the bottom, And then as we work towards the rear, you got your massive bed, carbon composite, not gonna dent, it's rust resistant. And then check out what we have lurking behind the frame there, that Multimatic suspension. You can see the gold finish. That is a company that's been doing the business with not only off-roading, but also on road courses for many, many years. They're actually the ones that build the Ford GT for Ford. A little bit of history. We got, of course, a 2-speed transfer case and that 4x4 technology. Working around the back, I like the clean style of the LED taillights. Kind of flows in nicely. Really, really clean. And then on the bottom portion, of course, you have those massive places to put your feet. It doesn't matter if you have a steel toe boot or if you're Ronald McDonald and you got your clown shoes on, you could get them in there no problem. And then to wrap it off, what do we got? The GMC logo on the back, Sierra, another AT4X, and then of course we have the multi-functional tailgate. So you could drop down the center portion, get those longer pieces of lumber, maybe put this up as a little kick plate so it doesn't slide out the back, or we could lower it all down. Watch this, nice and slow. Look how wide that entry is into the bed of the truck. We got our bed liner, the AT4X badge, almost forgot, AT4X badge. And of course, like I said, carbon composite. And then check this out, picking it up, working our way down. Oh, I almost forgot. What's wrong with me? So you do this, and then you do that, and then you do this, and now you have your steps. With your kicker sound system, you just plug in your phone with the USB or the aux jack. You got all your controls. The one downside to the sound system is that I could easily see, if you're not paying attention, you could kick the kickers. So the name kind of makes sense. You might dent these speaker grill covers, but still, how many other trucks have that kind of technology? Not many, but we fold back that multi-position tailgate, and now we drop down. You got all your tow hookup, easily accessible out of the mud, out of the dirt. We got our everything nice and clean underneath. You got a spare underneath here, and I like the way nothing's dangling down. Nobody wants something just dangling down, rubbing against the dirt and the road. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and talk horsepower of our AT4. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have hydraulic hood struts underneath the hood. I'm gonna apologize. Whoever the auto journalist was that borrowed this truck before me did not clean up after themselves. They had a little bit of a party underneath the hood, made a mess, and then just left it all there. But underneath the dirt, underneath the grime, what do we got? A naturally aspirated 6.2 liter V8 pumping out 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to that 10-speed, smooth shifting automatic transmission. 0 to 60 in about 5.5 seconds. The vehicle weighs 5,640 pounds. MPGs, if you want better MPGs, you need to go get a Maverick hybrid, a Ford Maverick hybrid. 14 in the city, 18 on the highway. The truck has a payload capacity of 1,420 pounds and can tow up to 8,900 pounds. Now, where this really falls in alignment with the Silverado is front wheel travel. It's got almost 10 inches of front wheel travel, almost 11 inches of rear wheel travel, and it's got 11.1 inches of ground clearance on top of the 2-inch lift and the 2-speed transfer case. But you know what? Looking at a dirty engine is one thing. I definitely want to find out who the auto journalist was that made that big mess. But why don't we go ahead, let's fire up this AT4X and hear what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside the all-new 2022 Sierra 1500 AT4X. I know what you're saying. Joe, all I see in my neighborhood are Tundra TRD Pros. I haven't seen a new Silverado ZR2 yet. And then, of course, you got those Ram Rebel guys and girls. I'm really liking this AT4X. How much is it? So the way that you see this one option, it's right at $76,790. Let's see what you get for the money. To the all-new door panels. Right away, the level of fit, feel, and finish has been brought up. Look at the up top, soft touch material. You got this like silver wood finish that looks really contemporary and cool. Of course, we got an AT4X badge that you could wear around your neck when you're not in your truck to let people know what you got. Look at the interesting red stitching on the armrest. And I love the white piping and stitching in the center. And then there's like this almost like computer board type of design. Like a memory board, kind of looks cool, like a motherboard. We do have the Bose sound system, gonna give you clear tunes. And then that door pocket is mega size. Easily get, I would say, 4 beef and cheddars, and you could get 2 root beers to wash it down. Now going from the door panel to the dash, there's more of that great material, the piping, the stitching, that silver wood finish, soft touch. Look, it's all over the place. They really brought up the level. And then here it is, something that they should have had since the redesign for this truck back in 2019, 13.4 inches of visual pleasure. It's a baker's dozen. You got your Google Maps. You want to see backup camera? Look at that, super clear with 360. You want to switch it up? You could see down, you could go to the sides, you could go all the way around this freaking truck. Unbelievable, the clarity on the cameras. You could even look in the bed of the truck to see if anybody's sleeping back there. One time I was looking for Steven and he was actually sleeping in the bed while I was eating lunch. I was like, where the heck did he go? Thank God for the cameras. I would have never found him. We go back in the park, we X out of it, and there's our Google Maps. You could also go home. Nice, easy, clean swipe features. You could do your trailering. What I like about the trailering that they do is you could add a new trailer, or you could go through it and actually have a checklist for your trailering, hook up all the connections so your boat doesn't fall off and make a big pile up on the highway. Working our way down, we got 3 stages of ventilated seats, 3 stages of heated seats, and you got a heated steering wheel, of course, dual climate control. How do you do it? You just turn the knobs, easy peasy. Massive aluminum style start stop button. You got your toggle switches for all the goodies, especially locking your rear diff or locking both diffs. We got, of course, our little Twinkie tray, 4 to 6 Twinkies, depending on how risky you are with busting cream. GMC, General Motors Truck Company. Would have been cool if it said AT4X on the key fob. You got your remote start. You could scare people at the post office. Electric shifter for the 10-speed automatic. You got your trailer control disconnect. You got a little place for some Mentos. Steven decided to leave his sunglasses here. It's a sunglass holder or 2 cup holders. Wireless charging. Just drop your phone in there. I promise you'll get it back. On the side, we got our banana holders. So you could either put broccoli or bananas. And the reason why is those are 2 good places to get potassium. USB-C, USB-A, soft touch material, and then open it up. You got the GMC party tray. Put your nachos in the center, maybe have some regular cheese, maybe have some jalapeno cheese, and then you get enough room in here to easily put, I would say, 6 softballs. So when you're done playing with your balls, put them in here, USB-C, USB-A, and a home power source. So they got you connected there. Keep your balls nice and warm with a ball heater. Seats, premium leather. Look at the badge. Very classy. And no, it does not poke you in the back like your friends told you. There's more of that CPU motherboard material, the red. And then, of course, you got full power assist with massage seats for both passenger and driver. Alcantara teddy bear soft headliner. The Zonk is your standard sunroof, and it's a manual sliding sunroof. I would love to see a panoramic sunroof, but they do top it off with a digital rearview mirror. So that's a nice classy look, and it gives you great technology. But why don't you come over behind the business end? I got 12 inches. I sure do. Of digital screen I want to show you. Coming over. All right, guys, business time. On the driver's side, you got 2 memory seat settings. I like the nice AT4X badging on that sill. Of course, we got the GMC all-weather floor mats. And, of course, I love the way that they have all the controls for your 4x4 and the headlights easy to get to on the left of the steering wheel. Now, seat controls, same story, very easy to get to, especially with the one-touch massage operation. I'm 6 feet tall. I feel fantastic in here. Great looking steering wheel. I like that silver wood style finish. You got the GMC badge, nice red stitching all the way around. Plastic paddles on the back of the wheel to go up and down that 10 speed. But you do have an electric assist on the tilting and telescoping wheel. And then I promised you 12 inches, there it is. Digital display, real clear graphics. You got your different modes. So you could go 4x4, you could go off-road, or you could go normal. Those are your three style of modes. And you have a 15-inch head-up display, massive. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to the back seat and see if your passengers are gonna be digging this AT4X. All right, guys, backseat time in this AT4X. And just like any other full-size Sierra, there's tons of room back here. Probably actually more room, I think, than a Toyota Tundra TRD Pro, but you have those nice pockets on the back of the seat. You could easily put, I would say, probably 6 to 7 daggers back there for when you're going camping. You know, you never know when you need a dagger, and it's always good to have a few of them, especially if, you know, some weird monster attacks you out in the woods. 2 cup holders. You do have heated seats, but no ventilated seats, and that's a zonk to me. USB-C, USB-A, and some small AC vents. You got all this room. Give me a little bit larger AC vent. Maybe put them in the frame, but we got more of that wonderful Alcantara. Love the speaker grill covers. Storage is great underneath, you know, especially if you buy that gift for somebody special and you don't want them to find it, put it under the seat. If you think they're gonna find it, look what we got. GMC was the first. Boom! Storage space behind the passenger seats. Great place that if your kids are misbehaving and you take away their phone, put it in there. They may never find it. What you do is you do this. You take the little tab here and you tuck it in. Don't even tell them. They'll actually be sitting on their own phone and they don't even know it. Just hopefully it doesn't ring or vibrate. Pull this down. I would say it's semi-soft, like a mild to medium softness. So more like a Scott's single ply, not that soft Charmin triple ply. But you do have the 2 cup holders, power sliding rear glass. I don't know about you, but if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go on throttle in our AT4X. All right, guys, we're inside this 2022, first time ever, GMC Sierra AT4X. And driving down the road, I love the vantage point. The interior is exactly where it should have been. And when you're comparing this to the TRD Pro or even the sister Chevy Silverado ZR2, the interior is on a new level, a higher level. The stitching, all the soft touch materials, the way they got the infotainment system, and the gauge display is just top notch. Looking out the front, of course you got great visibility, just like any other Sierra full-size pickup truck. And the seats, the work that they've done with the support and all the amenities, heated, ventilated, the whole shabam. Now remember, this truck does not have Super Cruise, so that's one thing compared to, say, that Denali Ultimate trim that we did. Does not have Super Cruise, but you still got all the great trailering, the great cameras, and of course that 6.2 liter V8 with gobs and gobs of torque. But on throttle, here we go. Nice smooth shifts from the 10-speed automatic, and it's got the rumble that you want. Now, when we drove the Silverado ZR2, that one had an optional exhaust system on it, which I would love to have on this GMC AT4X. But other than that, I mean, this is that premium level of off-roading when it comes to a full-size pickup truck that you want. Riding down the road, very surprising, not too much road noise. Now, you obviously are going to have a little bit more road noise because of those Wrangler off-road Goodyears, but still quite respectable. And I think my favorite part has got to be that multi-matic suspension. Blows the Toyota Tundra TRD Pro right out of the water. And those shock absorbers, all 4 corners, I mean, we're talking about a quality with that spool valve technology that until you drive this truck, you just don't know. You just don't know how good it is, and it's that good. Now, of course, you got all the safety features that you come to expect in the 21st century, especially on a model year 2022 truck. Love the mirrors, great size. Just would have been nice, like I said, to have the panoramic sunroof and definitely 35-inch tires. We got somebody rolling the coal in front of us going on throttle. We don't have to worry about rolling on the coal, but we're definitely rolling down the road very nicely with the way that this truck is set up. All right, guys, we're at my little dirt trail area, the Rady's Rides dirt trail. Obviously not even scratching the surface of this truck, but I wanted to do just a little bit of off-roading in it. If you want to really see what this truck is capable of, you got to see the ZR2 media drive of the Silverado. Chevy really put that truck through its paces, but we're going to go ahead and hit 4 high. That's going to one touch. It shows right on the dash, and if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. On throttle. Here we go. Nice. Look at this thing. Woo! Very controllable. And I'm telling you, the Multimatic suspension. All right, guys, once again, going through the brush. You got your, what's great is you got your forward-facing camera, so you could easily just go to cameras, and then there we are right out the front with your trajectory, which is great. And then, of course, that camera shuts off at a certain speed, and then you got to go back in and turn it back on. So that is the zonk, is having to turn it back on. But here we go, on throttle. Nice, look at this, yeah. Woo! Through the sand. Nice. Just really allows you to be confident in this truck. All right, guys, once again, here we go, on throttle, in the sand, in the mud. Great control, I'm telling you. Woohoo! All right, guys, once again, if you're ready, I'm ready. On throttle, here we go. Yeah, get it. Woo! It really is a ton of fun to have a truck that is this confidence inspiring. It really, really is. I mean, look at this. Golly! Woo! Handles anything. And like I said, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Woo! Really nice. Yeah! All right, guys, we'll take it a little bit slower this time, even though I love going on throttle, just to show the cameras and everything. See how it gives you a little bit of a countdown clock that it's gonna disappear, and then what happens is it disappears. Like, I slowed back down, I wish it would come back on, but you gotta go back into the camera. But here we are. You just gotta keep that speed very, very low. So we will go super slow here so that you could see what is going on. And I get it, I get why they want it to disappear, because they don't want it to be a distraction, but it would be nice if once you slowed back down, it came back on. But still, like I said, for a large truck, it's very maneuverable, and it is a ton of fun. You can see the ruts and the sand that we've been going through here in Florida. I gotta do it one more time. You ready? On throttle, here we go. Yeah! And then you can go right back on road. And what's great is when you're ready to go back on road, on the asphalt, you just hit 2 high, and now you're back into 2-wheel drive. And you can go about your business. Here we go. supersized in head-up display, and of course the infotainment is supersized as well. But they've done one heck of a job with this truck to make it do everything. And then the great news is, after you're done doing your day of off-roading, then you're just gonna drive back and really feel good on the highway. Super smooth. That's where that Multimatic suspension really comes into play. But speaking of play, playtime is over with this Sierra AT4X. I hope that it's giving you a little bit of a taste of what GMC is bringing to the table, especially when it comes to the high-end finishes and that massive piece of infotainment screen. But we're gonna get back to where it all started and wrap this one up, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been another great day, another great truck from General Motors with this Sierra 1500 AT4X. I definitely want to thank everybody at GMC for allowing us access to this press fleet vehicle. Let me know what you think. Is this the baddest of them all when it comes to off-roaders? Not counting the TRX, not counting the Raptor R, but is this the baddest looking at a Toyota TRD Pro, or like I said, that Silverado ZR2? Let me know in the comment section. I'm definitely liking the direction that GMC did, especially with the style of this truck. But until we meet another day in another secret location, if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raiders Rides family. We got to give it up to Stephen Flood Photography, working the camera, not really giving us the best directions when it comes to rain, but you know what? The camera work shows. Check him out on Instagram. I think you'll see that he has an eye for detail when taking photography of all sorts of things except rain clouds. But thank you, Stephen, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.